Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm in my vehicle because today I'm going to do a yarn crawl. This yarn crawl is actually called the yarn hop. This is it's called the Wine Country Yarn Hop. I always want to call it the Sonoma County Yarn Hop, and that's not what it's called. I'm gonna open up their little Instagram page. I'm waiting for my friend who's coming with me, and I'm hyper aware of what's going on around me outside. Okay, so it's called the Wine Country Yarn Hop. It takes place in Northern California this weekend, which is like it's the weekend of July 19th to the 21st, 2024. So it's 5 yarn stores, and they're all like kind of far away from each other. So that's why we have to drive. And we're actually not gonna go to all 5. Last year I did the whole yarn hop. I did all 5 stores with my friend Olivia. We did a whole day thing of it. We went to like the farthest store, which was very far for us. And we got our passports and our cute little tote bags, and we got all the stamps. We entered all the raffles. We didn't win anything. We had great odds, I feel like, because we were like, if we win something, we'll share it. So I feel like we had great odds and we didn't win anything. That's totally fine. I kind of would prefer not to win anything because you don't get to choose what you win. It's just like a lovely assortment of things, and I would rather choose, you know? But I guess if you win something, you could always like re-gift, or you could give things to friends who need tools. Like my friend Sarah, who's coming with me today, she needs knitting needles. But she said she's not gonna buy anything. Alright, so we're gonna go to 3 of the 5 yarn stores today. We're gonna go to my top 3, which are Castaway in Santa Rosa, Noma Knits in Sonoma, and Fiber Circle Studio in Petaluma. So first we're gonna go to Santa Rosa, then Sonoma, then Petaluma. I'm gonna open up my Ravelry queue because if I'm buying yarn today, I only want to buy yarn that I have a project in mind for, because I have so much yarn. I have so much yarn, and I was going through it yesterday and I just felt overwhelmed. Like, I don't know, should I sell it if I don't have any plans for it in the immediate future? Should I do like a little de-stash on my Instagram story? Should I just hoard it forever? Let me know. Let me know if you'd be interested in shopping my stash. I probably wouldn't sell things for their full price, even if they are in like full Hank, never been used form. Just because I feel like a de-stash should always be a little bit discounted, but let me know if you'd be interested, and I would definitely like to get rid of some yarn because I have too much and I don't have anywhere to put it. Let's get back to my Ravelry queue. I have it open now. So I went over my Ravelry queue a couple of videos ago, and I haven't updated it since that video. The first position in the Ravelry queue is for the orange trousers by Le Pole. I don't think I'm going to make those right now. I already bought the lime skirt pattern by Le Pole, which is like the skirt version of these pants. So I feel like I should make that first. So if anything, I should get yarn for that. If I feel like I need to get yarn for an open work skirt or pair of pants. The next position is the wave sweater, which I already started. That will be up on my channel soon. I just have to finish the second sleeve. I was like really speeding through that project, and then I got to sleeve number 2. And I have slowed down a bit. The third project on here is the Prima pullover. That's cute. Don't feel a super strong urge to make that right now. And then the next one is the Ophelia blouse. I would love to make this. It does have that little crochet trim, which is intimidating to me. And then the Tied and True cardigan. These are all by the same designer, Tamara Jordan. That could be cute. I have been thinking about the ballerina wrap top a lot since I talked about using like DK from Hedgehog Fibers, because I love Hedgehog Fibers. But I did order a wrap top online the other day, and it's black, and I have a white one. So maybe if I saw some really special kind of cool neutral novelty yarn, I would cave. And then I have the Yoko top, this one. I'm gonna be traveling next week, so I could cast on a new project for my travels. But I feel like I should cast on something easy if I'm gonna do that. Something like easy, something simple, something small. And then I have the whole sweater by Deegan. This could be fun. I do know what colors I want to make in this. I'm thinking a white body with red holes. I don't know. I don't know. I might just have to wait and see what speaks to me. I did have the cardigan number 8 on here. I just skipped a bunch of positions in the queue, but I had talked about doing the cardigan number 8 in like lace weight mohair held double or triple or quadruple or something, or I could just use chunky yarn. Oh, my friend's coming. He's here. And doing like a checkerboard thing. But I don't know. You can tell I have no idea what I'm shopping for today. So hi.
Yay!
Do you want to talk about what you're not shopping for today?
I'm not buying yarn today, okay? I'm only working on my first project, and so I don't need to get any yarn. And hopefully I'm not tempted too much.
Do you think you will be?
I don't know. It's hard.
Here's your croissant and your drink.
Thank you.
Yarn hop's over. My energy was super low by the last store, which is why I barely filmed inside of it. It was like 95 degrees and I was just like kind of over it at that point. I also didn't buy anything from any of the stores. I did see some things that I would have purchased if I had been able to like go back to that store, but in the moment I didn't want to buy anything, and then by the end of the yarn hop I just hadn't bought anything. So we started at Castaway Yarn Shop in Santa Rosa, and that's where we got our little yarn hop stamp cards, passports. We only got 3 stamps because we only went to 3 stores, and that was the plan from the beginning. So we definitely weren't going to fill out a whole ticket. I did enter 2 raffles, one at Castaway and one at Fiber Circle Studio. And then this year they gave people these tote bags when you got your passport. So the passport was $7 and then you got this tote bag. I got my tote bag at Castaway, so it had this Castaway pin on it. All the other yarn stores that you went to also gave you pins. So this little heart was from Noma Knits, and then this cute little leaf, little cluster of leaves is from Fiber Circle Studio. I really didn't want the tote bag, because I have so many tote bags and I only use like the same 5 tote bags, and I was like prepared to say I did not want a tote bag, and then she pulled it out and it already had the pin on it, and I did want the pin, and I just didn't want to be like, can I just have the pin and not the tote bag? So I just accepted it, and now I have another tote bag. The things that I saw that were the most memorable, definitely in Castaway. I think overall, out of the 3 stores, Castaway was my favorite. It was my favorite last year too. It's just such a beautiful store. It's really big, and like that's nice because there's more room to walk around, but I would never judge a yarn store just by the size of it, because there are some yarn stores that are very small that have really great yarns and a really great vibe, like Downtown Yarns in Manhattan. Very small, great yarn, great vibes. But Castaway, it's big and beautiful, but they also have so many great yarns. They kind of have like yarn for everyone, it seems. Like they have a really good selection of chunky yarn, and then they have all the fingering weight and sock yarns. The yarns that I saw that excited me the most was that pom-pom yarn, and then I guess that was it. I guess that was the yarn that I thought about buying, was that pom-pom yarn. I did see a little crocheted granny square vest sample that was at Castaway, and I really liked that sample, and I took a picture of the tag because I thought like maybe I could make that. That would be a cute, easy crochet project for me, because I haven't ever made a granny square. I'd love to try to make one. That sample was knit using the Knitting for Olive bulky yarn. Oh yeah, and then at Castaway I did really love their table of mohair. I thought that was really beautiful. After that, we went to Noma Knits, and Noma Knits is really small, and it was crowded, so it was hard to walk around, but they had some good yarns there. They actually had Ritual Dyes yarn there, which is a local yarn store in Portland, Oregon. And I was tempted to buy the Ritual Dyes yarn. They had the DK weight yarn, and they had this really pretty red color. And I was very tempted because it could have worked with that wrap sweater that's in my queue. But I hesitated because I still have like 2 whips that I'm working on. And it would have been about $100 to buy the amount that I needed to make that wrap sweater. So I decided not to. Oh yeah, the color was called Scorpio, so it must have been part of their Zodiac collection at one time. It's sold out on their website, so I guess I'm not getting that. My friend actually got one hank of the Ritual Dyes DK. Let me see, I think she got Ametrine. Actually, Noma Knits had a lot of really great yarn. They had some Hedgehog Fibers yarn, and then they had some King Fiber yarn, but I think it was like the same batch that they had last year, because they didn't have any new colors, and they just had a small number of them in a basket. So it didn't really seem like they were getting new inventory of that, which was a bummer, because I was so excited when they had that last year. They also had some Mad Tosh yarn. They had some cool like chunky yarns. And then at Noma Knits, they had this little pom-pom tree outside where you could make a pom-pom and then hang it on this little tree. So that was super cute, and we definitely stood outside and made pom-poms for like 5 minutes. And then we went and got pizza, also in Sonoma, but like an hour away from Noma Knits. And then after that, we went to Fiber Circle Studio, and by that time it was like 100 degrees, and we were kind of over it. I didn't buy anything from Fiber Circle Studio. Like I said, I was tempted by this the like second clip that I posted of that yarn on the table, because it was made in Petaluma, which is where Fiber Circle Studio is, so I like that it was like a local yarn. My friend bought some stitch markers, and then after that we just walked around the little area that Fiber Circle Studio was in before we got back in the car, and that was it. So it was not the most successful yarn hop for me, but I'm glad I participated, because I think those activities are fun regardless of whether I buy something or not. And maybe next year I'll buy something, but I didn't really need anything, and I feel like I've gotten really good at not buying things I don't need. Let me know if you participated in the Wine Country Yarn Hop. I know some people on Instagram did, because I saw it. I saw that this year they had like a whole bus. They had organized like a whole bus to take people to all the yarn stores, and that sounded fun. And I bet that bus had air conditioning. So let me know if you participated and what you bought. I kind of like, I feel like I missed out because I didn't buy anything, but also like I didn't want to like just buy things unnecessarily, you know? But it is so fun to see people with these tote bags and they're like full of all the stuff that they bought. Let me know what you bought. Let me know if you participated, or let me know if your local town or city is having a yarn crawl anytime soon, because I think they're really fun. I love a good yarn crawl. I'm almost done with my wave sweater. I'm about halfway through the second sleeve, and then I will share my progress on that with you all. I'm also working on a rose knitwear vest right now and a sock, so I am still making things. I'm just not making the videos very quickly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!